I'm going to show to you what session breaks are and how you can activate them on your TradingView charts. So we have gold against the US dollar on a 4-hour time frame. Now, the session break essentially distinguishes between the different sessions. With the exception of crypto, the markets will close. So crypto is 24/7, but everything else has a session. For example, gold will end at 11 p.m. at night and will open at 1 a.m. the next day. So there are different sessions, and where they break, so where they close, is where we would see that session break occurring. Now, in order to add them, you need to open up a chart. You need to right-click on the chart and click on Settings. On Settings, you need to move down to the Events option, and then you need to click on the Session Break. Now, you can obviously change the color. You can customize this any way you want. But for the sake of this video, let's make this very, very clear. So you can see these are different sessions. So these are the different sessions that we have. You can see that on this session, it was the 14th of April. So once the market opened at 1 a.m. And this session was Monday, the 13th of April at 9 p.m. So when the session closes and opens, then it creates a session break. Now, this is easier for you to see in terms of the overall movement. So a session break can be used to see what's going on during the next day. For example, instead of just scrolling or looking at the bottom of your screen with your mouse to determine the day, you can simply add in these breaks so that it's much more clearer on your chart when the session has ended and when a new one has occurred. Now, obviously, if you shift down into a different time frame or a higher time frame, these breaks become larger, thus creating a much easier picture. For example, I can see that yesterday gold moved lower, but since today it's moved in an upwards direction, which means something may have changed. I can also see distinguishably here this large bearish candle which occurred at 2 a.m. on Monday. So when the markets opened on Monday, we can see that the price action moved significantly lower. So this can help paint the overall picture of a symbol by adding in those session breaks. And if you want to remove them, it's the same process. Right-click on your chart, click on Settings, go down to Events, click on this button here, and then your chart is much more clean. But essentially, they help us see what's going on in the market and make it easier rather than manually calculating and seeing where each session stops and begins.